Um, One, ball security, penalties, and there's always room to improve. No matter where we have a almost perfect game, there's always going to be things that we can get better at and improve on. Most definitely. AG challenged us to kind of talk to guys that we're not used to talking to on the team. So, but this is definitely an opportunity for us to get closer as a team, build that camaraderie, and just get closer. So, yeah, it's been good. It's been good. I feel like I've talked to mostly everybody on the team, but some guys are more reserved than others. But I think me, I talk to pretty much everybody. So, yeah. Hmm. Finish. It's that simple. There's no overthinking it. That's not finishing. I mean, there's a lot of things. There's different situations or different drives. There's not one main thing. Every drive is different. So, I think to kind of summarize it is to make it as simple as possible, is just finishing drives and, um, you know, having that 4 point differential rather than, just taking three. So, no, this is my first time. It's been good so far. Of course, we just got here yesterday, but it's been cool. It's my second time overall in London. The first time, I don't know if you can really count it. I was only here a couple of days, but it's been cool. Got down to the city yesterday and went to go get some food with the guys. So that was cool. And like I said, just spending time with my teammates and of course, just being here with them all day instead of us going our separate ways, going home and stuff like that. So it's been cool though. Um, I think everything's just here. There's nothing, formally planned, but yeah, everything's just been here so far. I played all right. Room to improve, like I always said. There's always going to be room to improve. I played all right though. Hmm. I'm not sure. I don't really look at stats if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that. I'm not on social media, so I have no idea. My job is to put as many points up on the board, whether that's the least amount of time to throw, whether that's the most. But I feel like that's not a good, if I'm being honest with you, that's not a good indicator because you got guys that scramble and then they count that. So it's like, yeah, pocket passers are going to have the least time to throw because they scramble the least. I remember one of my years in Chicago, they set out that longest time to throw too, but at the same time, I'm scrambling behind the line of scrimmage, so of course they're going to count that. So I don't think that's a credible stat, so to say, if I'm being honest with you, a part of the QB position. Yeah, I mean, it's always important to get the ball out fast just to help the O line, but it's going to be super important this week. Of course, they have a great front, two good edge rushers, guys on the inside that get the job done, and it's always going to be important to get the ball out fast and be efficient.
Is there anything that Garrett does that surprises you at this point? I mean, this is four seasons in the league. He's already top 10 in franchise history in terms of receptions now.
No, he's a generational player. I've been with him a long time, so nothing that he does surprises me whatsoever. I think, first off, Coach Hartline, he does a great job developing receivers. Of course, he played receiver at Ohio State, played receiver in the league, and just me being there, he's still fit. He can demonstrate what he wants the guys to do. He knows a lot about the receiver position, and he knows how to coach that position well, and also the offense that we run at Ohio State. So I'd say one with Coach Hartline and how he develops guys, and two, how Coach Day runs the offense, and he knows how to utilize those receivers and puts them in the best position possible to succeed. So yeah.
Going great. Yeah, man, I like this spot a lot more than where we've been previously. I'm enjoying it. It's beautiful. So Yeah, man, I've been enjoying it.
Is it becoming a good time where you guys can kind of just hunker down together?
Yeah. No, it's been cool to spend time with the guys and honestly just not think about too much. I mean, we did football obviously today, and yesterday is a lot of football. But the first day we were here, it was off day, and man, yeah, it's some good times on that off day. So I feel like we're definitely growing together as a group out here, and yeah, man, it's cool to see.
Garrett, I know you got team goals, obviously, but what does it mean to you to be 10th all time in this franchise's history for reception?
Yeah, man, it's cool. I mean, I feel like it's cool. You know, and some years down the road, when I'm done playing, I'm sure I'll tell my kids about stuff like that and maybe use it to brag and get them to believe what I'm saying. But, you know, when that time comes. But until then, I'm truly, I don't even think about it. I'm not going to lie. So, you know, just keep going out, trying to stay healthy and see where that puts me. You know, that's all.
Garrett, looks like for those of us who watched you for a while, like you've elevated to a different level this year. Are there things you feel like you're doing better now than you've ever done in your game?
I think just, you know, the reps, you know, the banked reps, naturally you're going to expect certain things. And just knowing, you know, this is probably my second or third year being asked to negotiate defenses from the slot more, like being a true choice runner and doing things like that. So just those looks clearing up for me as I see them more. I would say I'm just a little bit more trusting myself, less hesitant on routes like that where I have an option, and then just, you know, having guys with me that are trying to get me there, you know, trying to not letting up at practice, not letting up at walkthrough, whatever it may be, just keep pushing me along and helping me to get to where, you know, they know I want to get, and as a team where we want to get. And I'm thankful for it, man, and I appreciate you even noticing that, but I'm going to try and keep turning it up a notch.
How are you handling this? I mean, we know in the past you've admitted that sometimes your emotions get the better of you. How are you handling where you guys are right now?
I think I'm handling it, you know, as well as you can. You know, it's obviously a tough thing to put so much into something and not have a win to show for it at this point, right? That when you really break it down, all of a sudden it gets even like, it's a tough thought, you know, when you think about the time and the hours and just the relationships that you have that we're not able to win together up to this point. But you know, the reality of it is we still got a lot in front of us, and you know, a lot to prove in the stance of, you know, this coaching staff didn't know me when they came in. This coaching staff, these fans, you know, even to this day, like I got a lot to prove, and every week it's an opportunity, and I think thoughts like that are just keeping me good, man. I'm thankful for the opportunity to just go out and compete every week, and as long as that season still got some time at the end, I'm all right, man. I feel like I've said this to y'all before, but you know that those hard times, it's not for anything or not for nothing. I truly believe that, and thoughts like that are keeping me good, man. Focused on this goal at hand, and we're gonna keep chopping.
Do you think becoming a captain has also kind of changed? Like, you have to have a more positive approach, and I'm not saying you were a negative person beforehand, but you have to be someone who kind of tries to lift people.
Yeah, I mean that is a you know, maybe some would say like a job description with the captain, but you know, truly when I was voted captain by my teammates, I kind of took it as, oh, you know, these people respect the way I go about my business, and you know, they voted me to be captain because to be myself, you know. So you know, you're still gonna see that emotional side of me that comes out when maybe things don't, and I'm gonna try and stay away from it, but you know, naturally I would say that, but I wouldn't say when I got voted captain, it was like, okay, gee, you got to act a certain way to try and, you know, accommodate for this award they just gave. Like, no, I truly took it as, and it made it even more special to me that my teammates deemed me worthy. You know, that's what made it that special. So yeah, there's definitely some things that come with that, some nuance to it that I'm still learning, and from guys like Q and that have been captains before. But no, I would say I'm going to be myself all the way through, and you know, I'm really grateful that my teammates appreciated that enough to even put me in that role.
Well, yeah, you guys have played Denver every year. I think you've been in the league.
Yeah.
What are those battles with Surtain like?
They've been good, man. They've been good. I think he's a a great player, man. Every time I get reps against him, it's for me, it's like a game within the game, and the number one thing I respect about his game is just his feet, man. He truly trusts his feet. I would say, it's just rare that you see that nowadays. I would say the way people teach it nowadays is how to get away with cheating in a way. No, this dude's playing defense. Like, it's really special to see. So with that, I feel comfortable going against DBs like that, and I've always embraced the challenge. But man, he's really good, and I'm excited, man. I'm hope I can get the best of him sometimes this weekend. I'm excited.
You mentioned learning from Q from Quinter about being a leader. What have you learned from just watching him since you got into the league?
Yeah, man. I mean, and this goes back to me saying, like, when you really break it down, because some things are simple, some things, when you really break them down, make you appreciate it more. And Quinn's year 7, year 6, and just the way he carries himself, the way us as a team react to him, and when he does talk or when he does make a play. I've obviously noticed it the last 3-4 years, but now being like a captain with him, I feel like we're having different level of combos and some things that are hard to talk about, but mostly he's just stayed the same person. He's very consistent in what he does and in his faith and his belief, and to me that's inspiring. So when I say that, it's just more of like I've noticed and I respect it. It's not more of like hey Q, how do you know what I'm saying? It's more of like, okay, I can bits and pieces and take what I like, what's naturally me, and it just makes me respect him that much more.
Quinn, what do you feel like you guys have to do to get the pass rush going?
We gotta do a lot of stuff. We haven't been pass rushing like we want to be pass rushing this last 5 weeks, and to get back to doing the things we necessarily can do has been a great front four of us in the defensive line room, not only personally, but as a unit, as a group. And we just got to find a way to get to the quarterback and affect the quarterback, because I think that's the number one thing that's going to help this defense ascend and go to the next direction is affecting the quarterback and getting after the quarterback. And we haven't been doing that, and we tend to turn that around. So,
Hey, says a lot of things. Why hasn't it been what it used to be, for you guys in terms of pass rush?
Can you get an example on what it used to be?
Well, I mean, I think we saw you affect the pass rush, the quarterback more in previous years. Even week 1, you guys had 4 sacks.
Yeah.
But since then, it's
you got different things, man. You got Will getting shipped everywhere he go. I'm getting a slide every single time we go into a pass and different things like that. Just working with coach, and he giving us different techniques and different skills to help us develop me pass rushing against double teams, and Will getting the chip and doing necessary things as a defensive line to affect the quarterback in the game like we know we can affect it. So.
how much if Jermaine comes back, how much of a boost will that give?
Jermaine is a Pro Bowl caliber player, man. So having him on the field is going to be unbelievable. But the guys that's been on the field are unbelievable also, and we all can take a step forward and do things the right way to help this defense not only win but get better. So.
Quinn, how do you deal with the frustration of they are sliding you all the time, they're double teaming you all the time?
Yep.
I imagine it's got to get kind of frustrating at times.
Yeah, I've been dealing with it for like 3-4 years now, so it's not really a frustrating moment for me. I practice in the off season, I practice in training camp, I'm doing it, and I just got to be better at defeating the double team and getting through 2 guys every single snap, every single play, and that's something I got to get better at, and it's something I got to work towards to be better at. So.
You also take some pride in being able to keep blockers up and free up your teammates as well against the quarterback.
I haven't looked at it like that. I kind of look at it like I need to get to the quarterback no matter if it's 2 guys, 1 guy, 3 guys. I got to attack it with the same mindset on getting quarterback hits, quarterback pressure, sacks, and just being disruptive because at the end of the day, nobody cares how you do it. It's about doing it. So.
What are you seeing from the defense as a whole? You guys are giving up 30 times, and we know you have no takeaways, right? So
Yes.
What do you see that needs to be better?
A lot of stuff needs to be better. Like you just named off a couple of problems that we have, but like AG, Coach Wilkes, and also all our position coach gave us all the solutions to those problems, and it's on us as a unit, as a team, as the leaders on the defense and players on defense to take those solutions, apply them every single day, every single week, and also apply them on Sundays. So that's kind of the main focus right now and the main objective right now.
Garrett was talking about growing into his,
Who?
Garrett Wilson.
Okay.
He was talking about growing into his leadership role. He said he learned a lot watching you too. Here's what's been like seeing him kind of grow as he's gotten more into the NFL and become like a leader for this team.
It's unbelievable, man. You got a guy who's super talented, super humble, who works his butts off every single day, and a lot of guys around us are saying to do the things that he's doing and be the guy that he is. So as a guy who does the right thing every single day, his voice should be heard, because if more guys be like him, this team can go in the right direction, and that's how I kind of look at it. So.
Is this type of trip, like we were talking about the bonding thing that you guys do, is this the type of trip that could turn around you guys to see get away from everything?
I don't even think about the trip because if we was in New Jersey right now, it would be the same kind of mindset right now, because like we are 0-5 and the defense to me has been the problem, the reason why we're 0-5. And to be as a unit, to be as a team, we have to pull that together, especially on defense, to make sure we do the necessary things we can do. So if we was in Florham Park right now, it'll be the same conversations, the same attitude, the same solution-based things when it comes down to fixing and applying the solutions to Sundays. So it's one of those things like when you 0-5, no matter where you at, you got to fix things. When you probably the worst defense of the league, no matter where you at, you got to fix things if you want to win football games and go into the right direction. So.
And how are you dealing with 0-5? I know you want to win, so that hasn't happened with the Jets.
Yep.
How are you dealing with this right now?
It's one of those things I just look for the positives and getting better every single day. Look for the positives and how can we turn this thing around, because we got a lot of games left. We got 12 games left, and it's one of those things you don't want to get in those situations where woulda, coulda, shoulda. If we would have made this field goal, if we would have stopped them Tampa Bay on the last drive in this week 12, you don't want to get into that situation. So applying the losses that you did do, applying the things, the 5 games with no turnovers that you did have, applying those to these next few games and getting the turnovers, finishing football games when it's on the defense, making those big plays that I know I can make, beating the double teams more frequently. These next 12 games is going to be very important. So I'm just looking for the future, and I'm super excited for the future starting on Sunday, because we do have the solutions from the coaches and the coaching staff on how we're going to fix things and how we're going to turn things around. It's just on us as players to apply those things. So.
In Sunday's game against Dallas, the critical point was Breece Hall's fumble for halftime, and then they scored 2 touchdowns on you guys before half.
Yep.
AG was saying there needs to be more mental toughness
Yep.
in that scenario. From your perspective, how does the defense have to approach that when there's a turnover like that? And,
Yep.
like, what's the mentality have to be?
Me included, man. No, everybody in that defensive room, coaches included, everybody included. Our job is to keep the offense from scoring, defend our end zone, defend our team, and we have to do a better job of that. No matter what happens on offense, no matter what happens on special team, no matter what happens in the world, like our job is to defend the end zone, to defend the 1-yard line all the way into the opposite 1-yard line. So we have to do that, and we haven't been doing that, and we have the solutions to be able to do that, and I can't wait to apply those solutions. So.